There they go. Field of 4 3-year-olds sent on the way in the Chryslosa. From the inside, Kyalum. From the outside, Mount Doom. 2 lengths back is Rondolito with Accidental Genius, the early trailer. Rounding the far turn, from the outside, Mount Doom pops ahead in front. Kyalum stays right with him. 2 lengths back, Rondolito, and 2 more to Accidental Genius. As they get set to sweep by us now for the first time. From the outside, Mount Doom in the clear, has the lead by a neck. On the inside, it's Kyalum. 2 lengths back, Rondolito in third, and 2.5 to Accidental Genius. The opening quarter comes up on the board in 23 and 4. As they go to the clubhouse turn, it's Kyalum on the inside and Mount Doom on the outside. These two now paired off by a length and a half. Rondolito stalks in third, and 3 back is Accidental Genius. Past the half-mile marker they run, and to the backstretch they go. And from the outside, Mount Doom sticks a nose in front. Kyalum, here's Rondolito to make a line of 3, but he quickly goes by them all. 3 furlongs to run, half, 47 and 4. Rondolito opens up on them now by 2.5. Kyalum second by a head. It's Mount Doom in third. Accidental Genius with 5.5 to make up. 6 furlongs in 112 and 4. 3/16 from home in a Chryslosa, and Rondolito's out there clear by 3. Kyalum, Accidental Genius, and Mount Doom as they turn for home. It is Rondolito now drawn away by 4. Deep stretch now. Rondolito, Accidental Genius, one last surge, but not enough. Rondolito to win it. Accidental Genius second. Kyalum third. Mount Doom fourth. Winning rider, Kamal Santo. Rondolito, a 3-year-old gelding by Lent out of Vandalita. Bred in BC by Christina Mann. Please welcome to the winner's enclosure to decorate the winner, there they go. Forced to run, put on the early lead, driving up the inside. Counter Cat on the outside. First time starter, ready for anything. And Boone's back in town as they go under the line for the first time. It's Forced to Run. In between them now is Ready for Anything. Boone's back in town's on the outside. The run of the race belongs to Counter Cat in fourth. And then as they go to the clubhouse turn, the trailer is Pickled again. As they run past the half-mile mark, the opening quarter up in 22 and 4. To the backstretch they go, and Forced to Run has the lead now by 3/4 of a length. On the outside, Ready for Anything, second by 3/4 of a length. Counter Cat reserved at the rail. On the outside, Boone's back in town. Trailer Pickled again. Past 5/16 a half, 47 and 1. And now a quarter mile from home, and Counter Cat quickly goes on the attack and opens up by 3. In second is Forced to Run. On the outside, Ready for Anything in third. Fourth belongs to Pickled again. Off the turn into the stretch, and Counter Cat has a 5 or 6 length lead. And down the lane they come. It is Counter Cat, well in the clear, now ridden out. Counter Cat wins by many. Ready for Anything second. Forced to Run third. Pickled again fourth. By Ashley Martin. Winning rider, Amadeo Perez. Counter Cat, a 3-year-old gelding by Counter Force out of I Believe in Angel. Bred in BC by Bennett and Caravetta. The winning exactor tickets 1 and 4, $3.25. Stirred up. There they go. Max Booster put on the early lead. Here's Just Call Me James driving up on the outside. Just Scarlet gets away in third. Then Exit Tunnel in fourth. On My Good Side fifth as they go under the line. Just Call Me James on the inside by a nose. Just Scarlet right there on the outside. These two now noses apart. It's 2 lengths back to Exit Tunnel, who sits in third. Max Booster is fourth, and it's about 5 back to On My Good Side. Past the half mile marker they run. The opening quarter, 22 and 2. As they head down the backstretch, Just Call Me James from the rail by a head. Just Scarlet second by a length and a half. Exit Tunnel trying to creep a little closer in third. Max Booster 2.5 back in fourth, and 4 back On My Good Side. As they race into the far turn, the half was 46 flat, and Just Call Me James from the rail leads it now by a half. Just Scarlet second by a length and a half. Exit Tunnel, Max Booster, and On My Good Side. They've reached the top of the lane, 1/8 of a mile from home. Just Call Me James now sprints clear by 4, and down the lane they come. It is Just Call Me James, Max Booster, and Exit Tunnel. Just Call Me James will win it in the clear by 3.5. Exit Tunnel second, Max Booster, On My Good Side, and Just Scarlet. Enclosure, the winner of the third, the Wild Hearts Thoroughbred Adoption Society purse, number 4, Just Call Me James. He's owned and trained by Bruce Unwin, winning rider Chris Mamdine. And now on their community. There they go. Mason pops out of there quickly and grabs the lead by a length and a half. On the outside is Bluegrass Lent. Down towards the inside is Counteract. Then there's a break of 2 to Horatio. What's Shaken on the outside? Lucky Force is 4 back as the trailer. They're on the turn, and Mason shows the way. It's Mason by a length and a half. Bluegrass Lent tracks in second. At the rail is Counteract in third. What's Shaken's on his outside. Horatio races in fifth, about 7 off the lead. Lucky Force, the trailer, opening quarter as they go under the line for the first time. Shows up in 25 and 1. Into the clubhouse turn they go. It is Mason with the lead, and Bluegrass Lent on his outside. 2 lengths back, What's Shaken's on the outside in third. Counteract at the rail in fourth. Horatio now ridden along. Lucky Force still the trailer, but only 6 off the lead. They're midway on the backstretch, the half, 49 and 1. 3/8 to run. Mason attacked now by Bluegrass Lent, and What's Shaken on the extreme outside. 2 lengths back is Horatio. Counteract. Lucky Force is trying to close into a slow pace. 6 furlongs, 113 and 2. 3/16 from home. Mason clings to the lead. Right there is What's Shaken. Counteract at the rail, and now trying to wind it up as Lucky Force, and down the lane they come. Mason, What's Shaken. Lucky Force widest of all. Deep stretch. What's Shaken. Here comes Lucky Force, but not enough. What's Shaken to win it. Lucky Force second, Mason third. Horatio, Counteract, and Bluegrass Lent. In the winner's enclosure, the winner of the fourth, number 6, What's Shaken. He's owned by Dennis Spence, trained by Cindy Krasner, assisted by Tracy McNeil. Winning rider, Kamal Santo. 6-1 exacta was 10.35, 6-1-3 try, 46.75. 20-cent supers, 6-1-3-5, $48.11. There they go. Extra Innings pops out of there quickly, grabs a 2-length lead. Brian's Delight gets away in second. Curlin Rocks is third. On the inside is Bucks Fizz. On his outside is Overly Fast. Time Ticker drops out to trail. He's already about a dozen off the lead. They're on the turn. They're going quick. Extra Innings out there by 4. It's Curlin Rocks in second. At the rail is Brian's Delight, followed by Overly Fast, Bucks Fizz, and Time Ticker. As they run by us now, the first time the opening quarter, 24 flat. Extra Innings are trying to gear the pace down, but Curlin Rocks comes to challenge on the outside. Overly Fast is only 2 off it in third. Brian's Delight, Bucks Fizz, and Time Ticker. Into the clubhouse turn they go. Extra Innings leads it now by a neck. On the outside is Curlin Rocks, second by 2.5. Overly Fast in third. Brian's Delight is fourth. Bucks Fizz is fifth. Time Ticker is sixth, still a dozen off the lead. The half is 48-4 as they run to the 5/16 marker. Extra Innings by a neck. Curlin Rocks pestering on the outside. 2.5 lengths back. Overly Fast has now asked for his best. 3 further back is Brian's Delight, Bucks Fizz, and Time Ticker. 6 furlongs in 1:12-4. As they race to the top of the lane, they're still locked together. Extra Innings and Curlin Rocks. Overly Fast is trying to close up on the outside, and down the lane they come with Curlin Rocks now on the lead. It's Curlin Rocks, Overly Fast. Curlin Rocks to score by 2.5. Overly Fast second, Extra Innings third, close for fourth. Brian's Delight and Bucks Fizz. 5, Curlin Rocks. He's owned by Jesse Morgan and David Morgan, trained by Nicole Rycroft. The winning rider for his third winning ride today, Kamal Santo. 5-3 exacta was $10.35. 5-3-1 try, $55. 5-3-1-4, 20-cent super, $33.10. There they go. Field of 4, 3-year-old fillies now, sent on their way in the Super Natural. I'm in Control has a short lead. Someday Lady right there on her outside. Length and a half back is Breeze and Brienne. Early trailer, Another Last Dance. They're on the turn, and I'm in Control is in control, leading it now by 3/4 of a length. Someday Lady moving up on the outside again. 2 lengths for the back, Breeze and Brienne, and 3 to Another Last Dance. The opening quarter up in 24-3 as they pass by us now for the first time. On the inside, I'm in Control. On the outside, Someday Lady. 2 1/4 lengths back is Breeze and Brienne, and 2.5 to the trailer, Another Last Dance. Into the clubhouse turn. They've been at each other from the bell. I'm in Control from the rail by a neck. Someday Lady on the outside, second by a length and a half. Breeze and Brienne third, and Another Last Dance creeping closer in fourth. The half up in 49 flat. They're midway on the backstretch, and Someday Lady on the outside pops ahead in front. At the rail is I'm in Control. Length and a half back. Breeze and Brienne now into the bit. 2 lengths for the back. Another Last Dance. 6 furlongs in 1:14-1. 1/4 mile from home in the Supernatural. Someday Lady on the outside. I'm in Control. Breeze and Brienne is trying to creep closer in third. And then the trailer, Another Last Dance. Up the turn into the stretch. Someday Lady, I'm in Control. Noses apart. Breeze and Brienne is third. Deep stretch. Someday Lady on the outside now gains the lead. It's Someday Lady to win the Supernatural. I'm in Control second. Breeze and Brienne third. Another Last Dance fourth. Someday Lady is a 3-year-old filly by Cairo Prince out of Tessana. Bred in BC by Helen Climbs and the Willow Creek Farms. Please welcome to the winner's enclosure. Prices up on the board. The 4-3 exacta was $5.25. Pick 5, 5 of 5 needed, $1,053.45. Carry over to Friday, $127,816. There they go. Quality Command sent right off for the early lead. Up on the outside, Icebreaker. Down towards the inside, Foothills Boulevard. In tight there was Nene as they run under the line for the first time. It is Quality Command and moving through Foothills Boulevard. Then Texas Humor gets away in third. Licorice at the rail. Icebreaker on the outside, followed by Nene. Trailer, Carla's Honor. Into the clubhouse turn they go. The opening quarter up in 23 flat as they turn for the backstretch. On the outside, Foothills Boulevard, 6 ahead in front. Quality Command second by 3. It's Texas Humor in third. Licorice on her inside. Icebreaker and Nene paired off. Big break of 4 to Carla's Honor. They run through the half in 46 and 4. Now a quarter mile from home. And on the inside, Quality Command on the outside, Foothills Boulevard. Texas Humor, Licorice, Icebreaker, Nene as they get set to turn for home. Quality Command on the inside with a short lead. And down the lane they come. Quality Command, Licorice dives to the inside. Texas Humor, right there also Foothills Boulevard. But it will be Quality Command to last over Licorice. Texas Humor, Foothills Boulevard. Icebreaker completes the super high 5. By Devin O'Donnell and Gary Johnson, Frank Barabee conditions. The winning rider's apprentice, Richard Balgobin. Quality Command, a 6-year-old mare by second in command out of Phaedra. The result is official. 20-cent super high 5, 42315. Was $217.43. 4-2 exacta was $25.70. 4-2-3 try $213.60. The super $134.87.
My name is Rebecca Forcier, and I am the founder of Wild Hearts Thoroughbred Adoption Society. When I was a little girl, my grandpa and my grandma used to take me to the horse races. He also took me to Hastings all the time. I just fell in love with thoroughbreds. So aftercare is, they're properly transitioned. They go through AAEP transitioning of thoroughbred protocols. They're re-vetted physically, mentally. We do rehabilitation where and when needed. They have professional training put on them, and then we ultimately place them into an adoptive home. We follow up with the horses who are adopted, and we know where they all are, and we get to share with the public and also those in the industry how they're thriving after the races. We are a small but mighty little team. We're 100% volunteer, so that speaks to the passion behind the organization.
My name is Ruby Carroll, and I'm from Scotland. I found Rebecca, and being the thoroughbreds, I thought it would be a nice thing to do, just to volunteer and help them along the way in their next part of their life.
I want to make sure that every retired racehorse has this same happily ever after that my mare had, and a lot of the horses going through aftercare. We're so excited. We welcomed a few really special people in 2025 that we're really excited about. Kevin Sangura and Lisa Russell have been instrumental in sort of getting more momentum behind this vision that we started 3 years ago. We're really looking forward to growing Wild Hearts, welcoming more people on board in a lot of different capacities to help us grow, get the vision out there. I'm so passionate about Wild Hearts, and I'm so excited for what the future holds, working with the industry and being able to showcase all the happily ever afters that are happening after the finish line.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday night edition of Hastings Racing Live, presented by BC Racebook. Track announcer Dan Jukic being joined as usual by our paddock host and handicapper Mike Heads. We're going to preview all five on this Friday night, hopefully get you headed in the right direction. We kick it off right away with that big carryover.
Yep, pick 5 carryover, just over $127,000. You got to be the only winner. Obviously, anyone that's been following it kind of well aware that you got to be a lone ticket to win the jackpot pool. But it's still been paying very nice.
Has, I was going to say that.
Even when there's been some multiple winners, the pool's been getting well backed. It's had a nice pool, and therefore, if you got 8 or 9 winners, still paying. You can still pay 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, whatever. It is definitely a bet to look at tonight. There are some chances, some long shot chances, I think.
All right, well, let's get right into the card. We'll start with the opener. Field of 5. Maidens are going to go 6.5. Exactor tries Super Daily Double. As Mike mentioned, that jackpot pick 5 is 127, 816. Where'd you go to kick it off?
This is the one race I had no idea.
Take them all.
I went Sailing Force.
Did you?
This horse has been. I can't really give you a good, solid reason to back the horse, but I just think it's a good opportunity for the horse getting in against easier horses. Amadeo Perez shows up. There's some positives on Sailing Force. The obvious one is the 3-horse Miss LaRue, who ran a much improved race last time and certainly looked good.
But really hasn't shown me a dynamic turn of foot either to the front or coming from behind. She just kind of plods along.
Lost her stablemate. Why Not's a winner last time, but and flying wild and free. This horse is, I can see liking if you like the horse, and I can see you not liking it. It's just one of those races where there's no one's shown you a lot. The race is,
no real speed.
It's a pretty soft maiden 15 or whatever it is, 12.5. This is a pretty soft race, and I went Sailing Force 1-3-4. I think you need them all though. Definitely 1-3.
I'm going to take the 5 in here. First time starter out of the Craig McPherson barn. Debuts
Worked
in here on Lasix. Yeah, worked a minute. That was what tipped me off. Plus, there's no speed. I think if she clears, she may go all the way.
Maybe Gnocchi has speed for Dino. Just a race that I just couldn't grab, one horse, pluck one horse out of the race. These are unreliable horses.
Unproven.
And unproven. Well, the 2 first-time starters are unproven. The
right. 3
that have run are, not going to say unreliable, but they're just okay.
Yeah.
So it makes for a tough betting affair. Look at them in the paddock. Maybe, at least this is the one race where you can look at them in the paddock as part of the pick 5 sequence and bet. Obviously, you can't look at the other 4 in advance. But take a look at these horses. Maybe something will tip you off, but a very wide open opener.
All right, the opener. Mike's heading to the 1 Sailing Force. I'm heading to the bottom, number 5, Miss Sundays. Under race 2, a mile and a 16th. Field of 5. Exactor tries Super Daily Double. The pick 4 starts here. See a little bit of speed on in here, and so you're looking for a closer?
I mean, this race is far more formful. I like 3 and 5. It's
Right.
3-5 for me or 5-3. I mean, those are the 2 horses in here. New Suit for Baby is just going very well for Brian Phillips. This horse is just, continues to run good races.
Dirty beat last time.
Yeah, and the distance shouldn't be a problem. Same for Keep It Coming, who is facing easier tonight, and I think he's live in here. And the 3rd one is Stanford North, whether he can finally get the lead and ration his speed and carry it the whole way. He's always been hooked on paces. And I guess the way to get away from paces is to get out of the sprints and get into the routes and try and get on the lead, and that's what Keith's trying to do in here with Stanford North. We'll see if it works out. But it's 3-5-4 for me.
I went 5, 3, and 1. Race 2, Mike's heading to the 3. New Soup for Baby. I'm going to head to the 5. Keep It Coming. Moving on to race 3, field of 6, 6.5. Exactor tries Super Daily Double. Pick 3 wagering. Another one in here where I was kind of between Quintessence, McKenna's Joy. I went to the rail.
So did I. This horse has got the good form. Ran well chasing Fast Fractions last time. I repeated that race. Is better than anyone else in here.
Right.
McKenna's Joy doesn't have a race that good on form, as good as Quintessence. If Quintessence runs its A race, it's always alarming when you see the horse run reasonably well last time, and then it, absolutely fall to the bottom claiming level. But Quintessence for me over McKenna's Joy, and Go Let Go for 3rd, also won facing easier today.
You know, sometimes they may be forced to go into the,
Yeah, no,
the lower company because there's no other races
The
going.
12s aren't going or whatever. Some of the races that are a little more money, aren't filling, and so you see people, what do I do? I don't want to keep working the horse, so we end up, dropping into a spot that goes.
Yep.
And 1, 2, 6, I think those are your main ones. Andale would be the next for me, and your Superfecta, but I like Quintessence.
Hey, Nancy Beth says the trainer 4 for 9 on 2025. So in the third, we agree on the 1, Quintessence. Under race 4, scratch the 4, Egomania. Field of 5 now, mile and the 16th. Exactor tries Super. Daily double wagering. I was kind of caught in between. Is Vector going to get pressure? Can he rate
he's gonna get
just
pressure.
a little bit off of Buttonwood Tree?
Probably.
Or what's going to happen?
Yeah, I would think Buttonwood Tree's going to go. Vector will sit second. Straight of Georgia will sit third. And that's kind of the way the race will set up, and we'll see who's best from there. I think it's between Vector and Straight of Georgia. Buttonwood Tree has to pick up his socks if he's going to, he's going to ration his speed a little more to get a little braver at the end, because he is, faltering in his last few starts. But he does have it in him, Buttonwood, and it's we'll see if it surfaces tonight. But I think the solid horses are Vector and Straight of Georgia. They're the consistent ones, and those are the ones I went 5-1. I put duplication in for third.
Yeah, so did I. So, all right, so the fourth, we agree on the 5, Vector. Moving on to the 5th and final event, 5 races on tonight's card. Exactor tries Super, super high 5 wagering, field of 6. If you're alive in the pick 5 in this race, I suggest you have a few.
Yeah, this is similar to the opener. But these ones at least are proven and reliable. But there's 6 that are so well matched. It's really hard. You take 3 of them, you're leaving out 3 pretty good horses.
Exactly.
And it's risky business. But I know you can't, depending on your size of your
bankroll.
wallet.
Yeah.
How many horses you can play in this race. I went Foot Soldier to win it. I think he's the best, most reliable horse in the race. There isn't a pile of speed on in here, but I still think if it's a slow pace, he can sit a little closer under Antonio Reyes and then still put in a really good move. Fraser Landing for second. At least he's a good solid speed horse. So if you go 2 deep, I recommend going 2 and 5. If you go 3 deep, Deputy's Dancer to look at. Cowboy Cabin, something elusive, also returning to a sprint. And I be seeing you. This horse outside post is good for him. He's just a wine-eyed horse, and he doesn't have an eye on his right eye, and so it's best for him to have an outside post. Being on the inside is a bad thing because he can't see the pressure coming. Sometimes he panics, but on the outside, it's better for him to be 2 or 3 wide the whole race. And he's run some fast 16s. He's run some fast times in his career, so he's eligible as well. But if you're got to take 2 or 3, I got to take Foot Soldier for sure. 2-5-1.
I went 5-2-1. So in the nightcap, Mike's going to head to the 2 Foot Soldier. I'm going to head to the 5. Fraser Landing coming off a nice win at the non-3, moving into this non-4. That'll wrap up our Friday night edition of Hastings Racing Live, presented by BC Racebook. Don't forget, 6 on tap tomorrow. We got the Wieners too.
Yeah, Wiener Dog races in between. Quite a few of our 6 races tomorrow, so it should be a lot of fun. Always entertaining when the Wiener Dogs are here. So another action-packed Saturday here at Hastings, starting at 2:30.
And then after that, there's no racing except for Cup Day on the Saturday, 1 week tomorrow. But we should make a note to our slot players and our simulcast players that starting with this coming Wednesday, there'll be no parking on the tarmac, unfortunately, as they set up for the Cup.
They set up for. That's why we're not running on the Friday as well, because they need the tarmac for the setup, and a big setup for a big day on Cup Day. That's Saturday, July 19th, so a week and a day after tonight.
All right, as we leave you, here's a complete look at our selections for tonight's card. Till tomorrow afternoon, good luck, everyone.
Have a good night.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hastings. Track condition at present listed as track fast. Special welcome to everyone joining us for our Friday night card. Now please turn to official programs for this evening's corrections and changes. In the first, number 1, Sailing Force, 3 pounds over. Number 4, Flying Wild and Free, is 3 pounds over. Race 1 kicks off the jackpot, pick 5. Carryovers $127,816. Now please turn to the second. In the second, there are no changes. Race 2 does kick off our pick 4. Now please turn to the third. In the third, number 2, McKenna's Joy, 4 pounds over. Now please turn to the fourth. In the fourth race, correct the weight on number 1, Strait of Georgia, to 120 pounds. Number 2, Duplication, 1 pound over. Scratch the 4, Egomania. Number 5, Vector, correct the weight to 120 pounds. Number 6, Pay My Way, is 2 pounds over. Now please turn to the fifth. In the fifth, number 3, Cowboy Cabin, is 1 pound over. Those are all the changes and corrections to the present time. At this time, just a reminder, please make your wagers as early as possible. At this time, I'd like to welcome our Friday night groups. They include Tax Pro, Gowling WLG LLP, Kristen Richter, Hall Constructors, and welcome to Mel and Chris. Don't forget, live racing continues here tomorrow afternoon. First race tomorrow will be 2:30. Tomorrow, our feature will be the Wiener Dog races, 4 heats and a final. And for our on-track guests, don't forget, the Greater Vancouver Food Bank is on hand. They are selling 50-50 tickets. Watch for the volunteers or stop by the tent outside the winner's enclosure. Thank you for your attention and good luck.
right, a pleasant good evening and welcome to Hastings Racecourse on a pretty muggy Friday evening. Temperature 26 degrees right now. Very little wind out there. Track is rated fast for the card tonight. Pick 5 kicks off here in race number 1, the jackpot pick 5. A little over 127,000 in the pool. So you got about 12 minutes to figure out your pick 5s. It is a $1 wager. You got to be the only winner to take the jackpot down, but still paying pretty good throughout the season. If you're lucky enough to string 5 winners together. All right, here's the one. This is Sailing Force. I ended up going to this horse, just a total guess. I don't love anyone in here. It's 9-5. I certainly didn't expect that, but just drop out of a stakes race. Prior to that was third at the maiden allowance level, beating 14 lengths in a near track record time. I just, there's a lot of alternatives in here, but it does lack speed, which is a concern. But this is much easier, dropping down for the maiden 12 and for the 15 being a BC bred. So the class drop, I'm hoping maybe might get him over the top. But once again, just not a horse I have a whole lot of confidence in, but I can see the horse winning for the Russos and Patty Laney. Number 2 will be Gnocchi for the Swift Thoroughbreds and Dino Condolinos. Firster that's had some nice works throughout the spring. April 11th, they're in a minute and 1/5. Taking him a long time, or her a long time to get to the races, but this isn't a tough spot. She's got a little bit of run to her. She's going to be tough. Kamal Santo rides for Dino. Will debut on the Lasix program, currently 4-1. That's the 2, Gnocchi. 3 will be Miss LaRue. For Mel Snow, Warren Jensen, Doug Corson, and Len Howling. I thought a pretty good 4th behind stablemate Why Not's a winner last time. Prior to that, a 3rd behind Mina Marina and Why Not's a winner. Those are fast times, 1:17. These kind of fillies. He's been running fine in those races. Chris Mamdine back aboard. I got her second, but obviously you can see her winning. Had a lot of chances. Definitely that's the longest resume of anyone. This will be her 9th start. Is hopefully the 9th will be the lucky one for the connections. Where she gets that elusive first victory. 5-2 on Miss LaRue. 4 will be Flying Wild and Free for Jeff Singera and Cindy Krasner. Couple runs at the maiden allowance level and then dropped in for the 16 last time and beat 1 that day, but was in a photo for 3rd, ended up 5th. You'll note that Miss LaRue was 3rd, beaten 5 3/4 lengths in that race, and Flying Wild and Free was 5th, beaten 6, only a neck. So you're getting a better price on this horse, and they're probably pretty equal in ability. Karen Kellewan will ride Flying Wild and Free tonight. And the 5 will be the firster, Miss Sundays for Nicole Droder and Craig McPherson. This one was a $42,000 2-year-old purchase last February. Some good works in there. 47-4, 102, minute out of the gate, minute and 3/5. His most recent work last Saturday morning. Been well behaved here in the paddock. Definitely looks very good. Silvino Morales will be the pilot on Miss Sundays. An absolute wide open first race here. Anyone can win it. It is just one of those races. Hate to be a little bit of a kind of taking a back seat in this one, but I went 1, 3, and 4, but I could see it coming in 2-5 or 5-2. Just one of those races where I didn't get a good feel for it. Can't love all the races, but might be a good race to play a few here in the pick 5. Good luck here. You got 7 minutes to post. Let's send it up to Dan for the post parade of race number 1.
The horses on the track at Hastings for the open air field of 5. They're going to go 6 1/2 furlongs. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Daily Double, and Jackpot Pick 5 wagering starts the card. Carryover, 127,000. Here's the field number 1, Sailing Force, owned by Joe Russo and Gloria Russo, the rider Amadeo Perez. 2 is Gnocchi, owned by the Swift Thoroughbreds, the rider Kamal Santo. 3, Miss LaRue, owned by Mel Snow, Warren Jensen, Doug Corson, and Len Howling. Chris Mamdine aboard. Number 4, Flying Wild and Free, in the colors of Jeff Sangera with Kieran Kellewan. And number 5, Miss Sundays, owned by Nicole Droder, the rider Silvina Morales. 6 minutes to post time. Once again, this race starts our Jackpot Pick 5. Carryover, $127,816. Key West Ford reminds you there are just 2 minutes left to place your wagers at Hastings. The horses have reached the starting gate. Loading in now for the opener at Hastings as we kick off our Friday night card with that carryover, 127,816. Sailing Force to the inside gate, first time starter, Gnocchi. Miss LaRue, the next one up. Miss LaRue now goes in. Flying Wild and Free comes forward in the pink. The outside gate, the other firster, Miss Sundays. 5 in, they're at the post. There they go. From the outside, Miss Sundays, Miss LaRue, and in between them, here's Flying Wild and Free. And as they pass by us now for the first time, Flying Wild and Free has the rail and the lead, but only by a nose. Moving up on the outside now, here's Miss Sundays. Length and a half back is Miss LaRue. Length and a half for the back is Gnocchi. And then 3.5 to Sailing Force. Into the clubhouse turn they go. The opening quarter comes up in 22 and 1. Past the half mile marker they go as they head for the backstretch. Miss Sundays leads it by a length and a half. Flying Wild and Free in second. Miss LaRue is third. Gnocchi in fourth. And Sailing Force now asks for run in fifth. As they head towards the 5/16 marker, Miss Sundays with the lead by a length and a quarter. Flying Wild and Free, switching to the outside. Here's Sailing Force, closing ground. Miss LaRue and Gnocchi. The half went up in 46 flat. As they get set to turn for home, 1/8 of a mile from home, Miss Sundays leads it by 2.5, and down the lane they come. Miss Sundays is clear by 3. Flying Wild and Free and Sailing Force. Miss Sundays is home by 5. Sailing Force second, Flying Wild and Free third, Miss LaRue and Gnocchi. On the board, the unofficial winner, number 5, Miss Sundays. Number 1, Sailing Force, second. 4, Flying Wild and Free, third. 3, Miss LaRue was fourth. 5-1, 4-3, unofficial. Into the winner's enclosure, the winner of the opener, number 5, Miss Sundays. She's owned by Nicole Droder, trained by Craig McPherson. The winning rider, Silvino Morales. Miss Sundays, a 3-year-old filly by Kira Knight, out of Friend of Liberty. She was bred in Kentucky by the Clifton Farm, LLC. The result is official. 5-1 exacta, $11.25. 5-1-4 try, $26.05. 5-1-4-3, 20-cent super, $5.73.
Now you go.
And the sound of that gong means another donation to Wild Hearts Thoroughbreds. Final running time for the 6 1/2 furlongs, 1:16 and 41 100ths. There was a claim in that first race. The winner, number 5, Miss Sundays, claimed by Win Racing Stables, trainer Larry Grieve. In the second, start of our pick 4, there are no changes. Post time for the second should read on the board at 7:30.
All right, we're back here in the paddock. Time for race number 2 here at Hastings. The second race does kick off the pick 4 for you pick 4 players. Also have Exacta, Tractor, Superfecta, and Daily Double Wagering here on the second, as well as Win Play Show. We got 5 6-granders, non-3 lifetime. They're going a mile and a 16th. Going to go long here. Well, congratulations in race number 1 to Nicole Droder and Craig McPherson as their charge Miss Sundays. Absolutely blitzes the field under Silvino Morales. Galloped out strong, too. But Miss Sundays, the easiest of winners in race number 1. Did get claimed, though. Moves to the Larry Grieve barn. New owners will be the Win Racing stable. But Miss Sundays, looks like she's got a promising future. Nice 116 and 2/5 to kick off the Friday night program. Here's the one. This is Thirsty Friend. Good second last time at this trip. Just couldn't quite get to Rick's Dancer. Pace was slow. I mean, 26 and 4, 52 and 3, 117. I mean, those were crazy fractions. They were going really slow. Not going to be on the lead tonight. There is other speed in the race with Stanford North. But he's not without a chance. 4-1 right now on Jordan Froelich and Dino Condolenios' runner. Got a great form since coming here. A win, a second, and a third. Four to 1 right now. Kamal Santo will ride. Just finished ahead of the 2, Logical Al, who was 3/4 of a length in behind. He continues to do everything wrong at the break. He just doesn't want to break at all. Walks out of there about 5 behind the field. Then he rushed up because of the slow pace, which allowed him to be in contention, and he took advantage and ran a good race. I just worry he's going to get too far back again. But he's good enough for Robin Gina Maben. Silvino Morales looking for both halves of the early double. Her leading trainer, Rob Maben. Good price at 5-1 on Logical Al after his good third. He wants to route. He didn't want any part of sprinting in his first out. Big, long-backed horse that just can't give away ground at the break, and he has been. And hopefully he's better today if you're going to back him. 3 will be New Soup for Baby for Shamrock Racing and Brian Phillips. I'm leaning to him tonight. I'm not a huge love affair with him, but I do like New Soup for Baby. His mile in the 16th races last year were very good. He sprinted so well. He just got beat by Fraser Landing, lost by the bob of a nose last time, and he's just run good all season long. The only time he was out of the money when he was up for $8,000, and he had a tough trip behind Thompson, who's come back to win twice, and Dream B, Prince Cairo came back to win. He's live in here. This is your horse to beat, I think. 5-2 on New Soup for Baby. 4 will be Stanford North for Sandra Chipman and Keith Peterson. Keeps getting in pace duel sprinting, so you want to get him out of a pace duel, send him along. He should be able to get to the front by himself, and we'll see what he's made of. I got him third. I can definitely see him winning. Amadeo Perez is obviously the right rider to have on, but our leading rider. Just the whole question mark about the distance, but I think under the right fractions, any horse can go long. And we'll see if that works out for him tonight. He's 6-1. And next up is your favorite, number 5, Keep It Coming for the Win Racing Stables and Larry Grieve. Taking the class drop from the $12,000 non-4 lifetime category where he ran behind Thompson, Vector, and Sloop John B. This is far easier as he gets into the 6,000 non-3s. He's hooked into some toughies this year. Curlin Rocks, who came back to win. Counteract, who came back to win. It hasn't been an easy go so far this year for Keep It Coming, but the assignment is far easier for him. He is the horse to beat. He's the co-favorite. I'm 3-5 or 5-3. They're both interchangeable for me. I went 3-5-4. They're your co-favorites right now here in race number 2.
The horses on the track at Hastings, race number 2. Field of 5, they're going to go a mile and a 16th. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Rolling Daily Double, and 20-cent pick 4 wagering. Post time in 7 minutes. On parade, number 1, Thirsty Friend, owned by Jordan Frolick, the rider Kamal Santo. Number 2, Logical Al, owned by Robin Sheena Mabin, the rider Silvino Morales. 3, New Soup for Baby, owned by Shamrock Racing Stable and Brian Phillips, with Chris Mamdeen. Number 4, Stanford North, owned by Sandra Chipman, the rider's Amadeo Perez. And number 5, Keep It Coming, owned by Wynn Racing Stables, the rider Kieran Kellawan. 6 minutes to post time. Key West Ford reminds you there are just 2 minutes left to place your wagers at Hastings. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses are entering the starting gate. First one up is Thirsty Friend, followed by Logical Al, New Soup for Baby in the green. Stanford North. And the outside gate, keep it coming. Five in, they're at the post. There they go. New Soup for Baby got away awkwardly. On the lead, there's Stanford North. Down on the inside is Thirsty Friend. Keep it coming's up on the outside, followed by Logical Al, and New Soup for Baby is the early trailer. Rounding the turn on the inside, Thirsty Friend has the lead by a nose. Pressing on the outside, Stanford North. They're three clear now of Logical Al, who's in third. Keep it coming, settles in fourth, and four further back to the trailer, New Soup for Baby. They went through the opening quarter in 24 flat as they go under the line on the inside. Thirsty Friend on the outside. It's Stanford North. 2 lengths for the back. Logical Al. Keep it coming's on the outside in the clear. And 3 for the back. New Soup for Baby. Into the clubhouse turn they go the half. 47 and 4 as they run past the half-mile marker. Still battling together now on the inside. Thirsty Friend on the outside. Stanford North. Paired off, Keep It Coming, and Logical Al, who's in a little tight, and New Soup for Baby, but he's only 4 off the lead. As they head to the far turn, Thirsty Friend, but Keep It Coming now swamps him on the outside. Keep It Coming takes the lead, draws off by a length and a half. Thirsty Friend in second. Logical Al rallying up on the outside. New Soup for Baby at the rail, and Stanford North, 6 furlongs, 113 flat. As they get set to turn for home, Keep It Coming is clear by 3, and down the lane they come. Keep It Coming is trying to go all the way with that lead now, leading it by 4. Keep It Coming, New Soup for Baby, Logical Al. Keep It Coming wins in the clear. New Soup for Baby second, Logical Al third, Thirsty Friend, and Stanford North. On the board, the unofficial winner, number 5, Keep It Coming. Number 3, New Soup for Baby second. 2, Logical Al third. 1, Thirsty Friend fourth. Please note these stewards are going to conduct a review until the start of race 2. Hold all tickets. Please note, after review, there will be no change. Stewards have ruled that number 3, New Soup for Baby, caused his own problems, hopping in the air as the gates opened. The result is official. Into the winner's enclosure, the winner of the second, number 5, Keep It Coming. Owned by Wynn Racing Stables, trained by Larry Grieve, assisted by Jasmine Santo, and the winning rider, Kieran Kellewan. Keep It Coming is a 5-year-old gelding by Rousing Sermon out of Moving Desert, bred in California by the Harris Farms Incorporated. The result is official. The 5-3 exacta was 5 1/4. 5-3-2 try, $16.85. 20-cent super, $4.43. And the double, a pair of fives, $19.20. Final running time for the mile on the 16th, 1:45 flat. In the third, number 2, McKenna's Joy, 4 pounds over. Post time for the third, 18 minutes away at 8 o'clock. And once again, the sound of the gong means another donation to Wild Hearts Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation.
All right, we're back here in the paddock. Time for race number 3 here at Hastings. This third race for $6,000 claimers that have not won 2 lifetime, $7,500 for BC Breds. Exacta Tractor, Superfecta, Daily Double. Pick 3 wagering here on the third as well. Well, congratulations in race number 2 for the Win Racing Stables. Larry Gree, they've been busy tonight. They claimed a dominant winner out of the first and come back, win the second. Karen Kellow on aboard. Pretty easy win. Unlucky second for New Soup for Baby for Brian Phillips and Chris Mamdine. That was an unlucky beginning. Had some trouble at the far turn and would have made for a more interesting race. But Keep It Coming was best, and he got the money in race number 2. All right, here's the 1. This is Quintessence. Definitely the horse to beat here. Your 8-5 favorite. Facing easier company. It's a pretty big drop from the 12,000 on 4, the Jose Pisco race. I mean, that's miles tougher than what these horses have been running against. Perhaps other than Go Land Go, who's also coming out of the same category. But Quintessence has the speed. There's not a lot of pace in the race at all. I mean, it's definitely his race to win or lose. There's no speed. It's just a perfect situation for him. Ridge Balgobin gets them out. Definitely your horse to beat on the class drop and on the pace. The pace situation is definitely in his favor. But anytime you see 1 for 26 lifetime, a guy's got to go, ay. It's been a lot of excuses along the way. It's at 6 seconds, 8/3. Only the one lone victory. Racked up $100,000 though. It's pretty nice. For Nancy Betts, Greg Pick, and Rob Cust. But that's the 1, Quintessence. Number 2 will be McKenna's Joy for Jordan Froelich and Dino. This one's dropping out of the Ross McLeod. It's a 3-year-old tackling older. No 3-year-old races going. 3-year-olds, unfortunately, got to find their way into the claiming bracket, and this is where he ends up. The bottom, 6,000 on 2. I have no idea what to do with this horse. I don't think he's as good as a 1, but maybe he is. Maybe he wins for fun. Nothing flashy in his races. I mean, it just hasn't. Did earn a good buyer, a 62 coming out of the Ross McLeod. It's the best of a lot of horses in here. 2-1 on McKenna's Joy, Silvino Morales. 3 will be Barbary Bandit for the Charlie Stables and Frank Barabee. It's had 3 good runs this year. They're all, nothing wrong with them. They're just good, even efforts. Nothing to signal that today's the day for Barbary Bandit to win it, though. But he's a player in your triactors. He's a good, honest horse, and he runs good races out of the old mare Turlani, who, of course, campaigned for Charlie Stables and Frank Barabee. You see Kamal Santo getting a leg up from the Hall of Famer Frank Barabee. 4 will be Cilarone for the Mabens. Omar Simpson will ride. Going to shorten up to 6.5. Last 6.5 wasn't bad. Finished 3 lengths behind the 3-horse Barbary Bandit. Obviously, he needs to move forward off that race. He's 15-1. 5 will be Andalay for Jillian Jameson and Tammy Snow. Apprentice Richard Balgobin rides. Had a good race last time. That Prince Cairo was back in the day. That's a tough little race. And the 6 is Go Lent Go. He's dropping significantly out of those tough non-4s for $12,000. This is way easier for Go Lent Go. Been running against Curlin Rocks, Counteract, Thompson. We just watched Keep It Coming dominate a $6,000 race coming out of those same races. So keep an eye on Go Lent Go as well. Amadeo at 4-1. I went 1, 2, and 6. Really like Quintessence here in race number 3.
The horses on the track at Hastings, race number 3, field of 6, to go 6 1/2 furlongs. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Daily Double, Pick 3 wagering, post time in 7 minutes. On parade, number 1, Quintessence, owned by Nancy Betts, Greg Pick, and Rob Cust. The riders, Ridge, Balgobin. Number 2, McKenna's Joy, owned by Jordan Frolick with Silvino Morales. 3, Barbary Bandit, owned by the Charlie stable, the rider Kamal Santo. 4, Cilarone, owned by Robin Sheena Mabin, the rider Omar Simpson. Number 5, Andale, owned by Tammy Snow and Jillian Jameson with apprentice Richard Balgobin. And number 6, Go Land Go, owned by Joe Russo and Gloria Russo, the riders Amadeo Perez. 5 minutes to post time. Just a reminder, live racing continues here tomorrow afternoon. It's Winter Dog Day. First race, 2:30. Key West Ford reminds you there are just 2 minutes left to place your wagers at Hastings. The horses have reached the starting gate. Loading in now for the third at Hastings. First one up is Quintessence. Next one along is McKenna's Joy. Barbary Bandit, gate 3. Cicerone into gate 4, followed by Andale. And Go Lent Go to the outside gate. Six in, they're at the post. There they go. From the rail, Quintessence sent off for the early lead. Barbary Bandit joins him on the outside. Cicerone gets away in third. McKenna's Joy, Go Lent Go. And Andale is the trailer. Under the line, they're trying to gear it down a little bit. Quintessence with the lead. Barbary Bandit off his flank. Cicerone races along in third. McKenna's Joy saving ground at the rail. Followed by Go Lent Go. And Andale the trailer, but only 5.5 off the lead. As they run past the half-mile marker, the opening quarter, 22-4. As they head down the backstretch, Quintessence leads it now by a tight length. Barbary Bandit second by a neck. Cicerone on delay is now moving out 4 deep. McKinnis Joy's at the rail, saving all the ground. Go Lent Go the trailer. Past the 5/16 a half, 47 flat. Quarter mile from home and slipping up along the inside is McKenna's Joy. McKenna's Joy takes command. Quintessence second. Go Lent Go from along the inside as they get set to turn for home. It is McKenna's Joy now clear by 2.5. Go Lent Go trying to close at the rail. Quintessence and far outside is on delay. McKenna's Joy wins it in the clear by 2.5. Go Lent Go second. Quintessence third. I believe it's on delay fourth. On the board, the unofficial winner, number 2, McKenna's Joy. Number 6, Go Lent Go second. 1, Quintessence third. 5, On Delay was fourth. 2-6, 1-5. Into the winner's enclosure, the winner of the third, number 2, McKenna's Joy. He's owned by Jordan Froelich, is trained by Dino Condolinius. Winning rider, Silvino Morales. McKenna's Joy is a 3-year-old gelding by Lent out of Ready Recall. Bred in BC by Lyle Johnson and Mark Johnson. The result is official. $2.6 exacta was $6.75. 261 try, $16.90. 2615, 20-cent super, 7 1/4. Rolling double, 5 and 2, 27.50.
Go. Gun.
And the sound of the gong means another donation to Wild Hearts Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation. Final running time 1:17 and 92 100ths. There was a claim in that race. The winner, number 2, McKenna's Joy, claimed by Dimitri Tapuzis and Hardik Buvra. Trainer, Dimitri Tapuzis. Race 4, correct the weight on the 1 straight of Georgia to 120 pounds. 2 duplication, 1 over. Scratch the 4, Egomania. 5 Vector, correct the weight to 120. 6 Pay My Way, 2 pounds over. Post time 18 minutes away at 8:30.
right, we're back here in the paddock. Time for race number 4 here at Hastings. This fourth race is for 12.5 claimers. Going to go a mile and a 16th. Kicks off the first half of your late daily double. We also have Exacta Triactor. And we do scratch the 4. Egomania, we're going to see him run tomorrow. Number 4, Egomania, was scratched and re-entered. He will be running tomorrow. Congratulations in race number 3 to Jordan Froelich, Dino Condolenios. Silvino Morales gets a second winner of the night as McKenna's Joy wins pretty comfortably over kind of an unlucky Go who didn't get the best of trips from his outside gate. But McKenna's Joy was definitely best in race number 3. Right, here's the one. This is straight at Georgia for Brian and Carol Anderson, Nigel Reed, and Denise Prail. Just missed in a sprint 4 weeks ago. He's definitely a better route horse. Look at his form. He just rarely sprints, and he sprinted well, which is a good sign. And Antonio Reyes will be back aboard. Kind of a marathon-type horse. He won that mile and 3/8 race last September. Well, the distance won't be a problem for him. He should get a good, tracking trip behind Buttonwood Tree and Vector. The 3 and the 5 look to be the speed in here, and I think he gets a really good trip right in behind them. He'll have every opportunity. Currently sitting at 8-5. There's the one. That's straight at Georgia for trainer Barb Heads, who's getting on an airplane heading for Edmonton today. Got 3 horses in tomorrow. It's Century Mile. A couple stakes races out there on the Century Mile program. Number 2 will be Duplication for the Win Racing Stables. They've already had a good night, claimed a nice one. Won a race in race number 2, Keep It Coming. Now we'll see if they can duplicate another win here. A couple of good runner-up efforts at the same level, going along behind Back to Liberty and previously Pay My Way. He's just a horse that's been very good and finally gets on a fast track. He's at off tracks in all 3 of his runs here in Vancouver. Does lose Reyes to the 1 horse, but picks up apprentice Richard Balgobin, so you get a good break in the weights at 113 pounds. He fits in here. Obviously, I've got him 3rd just because there may be a couple of tougher ones than him in here, but he's proven he's consistent. He just runs races, and the other one's still got to beat him. 3 will be Buttonwood Tree. He's got to get back to his top form. He hasn't shown it yet this year. But boy, was he good last year when he won 3 races. A couple of them in 143 and change. This horse can run, Buttonwood Tree. You see Peter Milburn on the head end, Dave's brother, who owns and trains the son of Stanford. Curry Powell will be aboard Buttonwood Tree. He's been tearing off a bit in his races, but should note that both those races were on off racetracks. Maybe he just needs a fast racing strip. He definitely gets that tonight. So maybe look for him to rebound a bit. He's 9-2. That's the 3 Buttonwood Tree. 5 will be Vector for the Canyon Farms. Big shout out to Terry Leong. I know she's watching up in Kelowna. Best wishes to her. Her charge here, Vector, trained by Craig McPherson, who's looking for a training double. Just missed the Thompson last time. Really no excuses. Had a pretty good lead, and fractions were pretty kind. He's a nice horse. He just got outrun by a sharp Thompson. We'll see if this is kind of a sideways move. He's dropping in class and price anyway for 15 grand. Actually 12 grand. It is definitely a sideways move. But I think this is tougher company. You see Craig giving Kamal Santo a leg up. I think he'll be tracking Buttonwood Tree. He won't be letting him get too far away. His best races are when there's no dirt in his face and he's up near the pace. And he ran well last time. We'll see if he follows it up with another good effort. He's 5-2. And number 6 will be Pay My Way for Warren Wilson, Neil Stokowski, June Sutherland, Ross Switzer, and Barry Hickman. Nice win, 2 starts back at the same level. Got a little far out of it last time and couldn't make up the needed ground, and still checked in 3rd. He's a good, honest horse. He's finally got to a level where he's just going to keep being competitive, Karen Kellowan rides for Charlene Miller, who's done a great job with Pay My Way. Good race here. This is a good, solid dash. I went 5-1-2, but I could. This is wide open. This is a good race here in race number 4.
The horses on the track at Hastings. Race number 4, field of 5. They're going to go 1 mile and a 16th. Scratch the 4. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Rolling Daily Double. Post time in 6 minutes. On parade number 1, Straight of Georgia. Owned by Dr. Brian Anderson, Carol Anderson, Nigel Reed, and Denise Prail. Antonio Reyes rides. Number 2, Duplication. Owned by the Wynn Racing Stables, the rider's apprentice, Richard Balgobin. Number 3 is Buttonwood Tree, owned by Dave Milburn, the rider's Curry Powell. Number 5, Vector. In the colors of the Canyon Farms, Kamal Santo rides. And the 6, Pay My Way, owned by Warren Wilson, Neil Steczkowski, June Sutherland, G. Ross Switzer, and Barry Hickman. Kieran Kilowan's aboard. 5 minutes to post time. All right, time to go down just outside the winner's enclosure to make our 50-50 draw in aid of the Greater Vancouver Food Bank. The winner this evening gets $950. They're all on orange tickets. Winning number is 376867. Correction, that looks like, is that a 1 down there? So it's 316861. 316861. You're tonight's 50-50 winner, but you do have only 15 minutes to claim your prize at the tent outside the winner's enclosure. The horses have reached the starting gate. Loading in now for the fourth at Hastings. Straight of Georgia to the inside. Duplication goes in. Here's Buttonwood Tree. Vector in the orange. The outside gate will be Pay My Way. Pay My Way goes in. 5 in. They're at the post. There they go. Vector and Buttonwood Tree as expected. Duel for the early lead. Straight of Georgia's right there on the inside. A break of 4 now to Duplication. And Pay My Way is the early trailer. They're going fast up front. Buttonwood Tree on the inside. On the outside, Vector. It's 2.5 lengths back to Straight of Georgia. 4-5 back to Duplication. Another 3.5 to Pay My Way. The opening quarter comes up in 23-2. As they pass by us now for the first time. Vector on the outside, pops ahead in front. Buttonwood Tree, game on the inside. Getting the run of the race in third is Straight of Georgia. It's 4 lengths back now to Duplication and 4.5 to Pay My Way. Into the clubhouse turn they go, the half, 47 flat. As they head to the half-mile mark, Buttonwood Tree and Vector, they're locked together. Length and a half back, Straight of Georgia. 2 now to Duplication, 2.5 to Pay My Way. Field taking closer order, 3 furlongs to run. Buttonwood Tree, Vector, still noses apart. Length and a half back, Straight of Georgia. Duplication now picking up the bit, and Pay My Way. 6 furlongs, 1:11 and 3. Quarter mile from home, and there goes Straight of Georgia to confront the leaders. Straight of Georgia, Vector, Buttonwood Tree. Pay My Way inching up into fourth, and Duplication. As they turn for home, Straight of Georgia has the lead, and down the lane they come. Straight of Georgia, Pay My Way takes up the chase. Vector relegated back to third. Straight of Georgia, straight and true, wins it by 2.5. Pay My Way second, Vector third, Buttonwood Tree fourth, and Duplication. On the board, the unofficial winner, number 1, Straight of Georgia. Number 6, Pay My Way second. 5, Vector was third. 3, Buttonwood Tree fourth. Please note, the stewards have posted the inquiry sign. They are going to review the top of the stretch to the wire. Please hold all tickets. Also, please note we have received a rider's claim of foul. The rider on number 5, Kamal Santo aboard Vector, has lodged a claim of foul against the unofficial winner, number 1, Straight of Georgia, alleged interference at the quarter pole. Stewards inquiry, rider's claim of foul, 5 against 1. Hold all tickets. Please note the rider's claim of foul, 5 against 1, has been dismissed. There will be no action taken. Stewards are still reviewing the top of the stretch. Hold all tickets. Please note after the steward's review, number 5 Vector has been placed 4th for causing interference turning for home to the 3 Buttonwood Tree, causing interference to a horse on his inside. 1635 now on the board. The result is official. $1.6 exacta was $4.45. 163 try, $69.80. 1635 20-cent super, $30.91. Rolling double 2 and 1, $13.40. In the winner's enclosure, the winner of race 4, number 1, Straight of Georgia, owned by Dr. Brian Anderson, Carol Anderson, Nigel Reed, and Denise Prail. Barb Heads trains the winning riders Antonio Reyes. Straight of Georgia is a 5-year-old gelding by English Channel out of 6 roads. Bred in BC by Dr. Brian Anderson and Carol Anderson. Final running time, 1:43 and 69 100ths. In the 5th and final event, number 3, Cowboy Cabin, 1 pound over. Post time for the 5th, 15 minutes away at 9:02.
All right, paddock time for the 5th and final live race on our Friday night program. Don't forget, we're doing it again tomorrow. 6 more races for you tomorrow starting at 2:30. We also got the Wiener Dogs, so lots going on tomorrow. Here's the one. This is one of 6 $4,000 claimers to close it out. Exacta Tries, Supers, Super High Five. That's Deputy's Dancer. He's got good speed. I would expect him to be near the lead. Amadeo Perez will ride. I've got him in the mix. I've got him 3rd. Number 2 will be Foot Soldier. This is the one I like. 4 to 1's a good price. You get 4 to 1 on this 2-horse. Foot Soldier, take it. He's been unlucky this year not to win a race. I think today he's going to be lucky. Antonio Reyes coming off a nice win in race number 4 with Straight to Georgia, looking to double up here with Foot Soldier. There's the 3 that's Cowboy Cabin. Jordan Froelich and Dino looking to double up. They won with McKenna's Joy earlier. Horse shortening back up to 6.5 furlongs. He's interesting. He's hit the board in both of his sprints. There's the 4, Something Elusive. He's just a good, solid horse that doesn't get beat very far. 5 is Fraser Landing. Look for the Brent Bremner trainee to be up on the lead. Not much pace in here. Kamal Santo could find himself on the lead. I got him in 2nd, the 5, Fraser Landing. And here's the 6. This is I Be Seeing You for the Mabens and Chris Mamdine. This is another one that's always in contention. Got beat 2 lengths last time when racing up the inside. Got beat a neck 2 starts back in a very quick race that featured Quagmire. This is a good, tough race to close it out. All 6 horses are in with a big chance. I went 2, 5, and 1. Good luck in the finale. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. We'll send up to Dan. Time for the post parade, race number 5.
The horses on the track at Hastings, 5th and final event, field of 6. They're going to go 6 1/2 furlongs. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, and Super High Five wagering. Post time in 6 minutes. On parade number 1, Deputy's Dancer, owned by Joe Russo and Gloria Russo, rider Amadeo Perez. 2, Foot Soldier, owned by Hammer Racing Stable, with Antonio Reyes up. 3, Cowboy Cabin, owned by Jordan Froelich, with apprentice Richard Balgobin in the irons. Number 4, Something Elusive, owned by the Sasquatch Stables, Kieran Kellewan rides. 5, Fraser Landing, owned by Last Call Racing Stable and Kathy Bourne, Kamal Santo up. And a 6, I Be Seeing You, owned by Robin Sheena Maben, Chris Mamdine aboard. 5 minutes to post time. Don't forget, live racing does continue here tomorrow afternoon on one of the most exciting days of the year with Wiener Dog racing also. Tomorrow, first race, 2:30. Key West Ford reminds you there are just 2 minutes left to place your wagers at Hastings. The horses have reached the starting gate. Holding it now for the nightcap as we wrap up our Friday card. Inside gate, Deputies Dancer. Foot Soldier goes in. Cowboy Cabin. Something Elusive. Fraser Landing, gate 5. The outside gate, IBC and you. Six in, they're at the post. There they go. Closely bunched, Something Elusive, Fraser Landing. Now in between runners, Cowboy Cabin, little rank, and down on the inside is Deputies Dancer. As they go under the line, they pick up the pace. Deputies Dancer by ahead. Fraser Landing second now by 3. It's Something Elusive in third. At the rail is Cowboy Cabin. Then we come back to Foot Soldier and the early trailer, IBC and you. As they run to the half-mile mark, the opening quarter comes up in 22 and 1. As they head down the backstretch, Deputies Dancer leads it by a half. On the outside, Fraser Landing second by 3. Then Something Elusive in third. Cowboy Cabin, Foot Soldier, and IBC and you. As they pass the 5/16 marker, the half, a speedy 45 and 3. On the inside, Deputies Dancer on the outside, Fraser Landing. Still 3 back, Something Elusive. Cowboy Cabin, Foot Soldier at the rail, and IBC and you. 1/8 of a mile from home. And on the inside, it is Deputies Dancer on the outside, Fraser Landing, Something Elusive trying to get involved late. Deputies Dancer, and here's IBC and you, splitting runners. They hit the wire, it will be IBC and you to win it over Something Elusive. Very close for third. Deputies Dancer, Fraser Landing. Foot Soldier finishes 5th. The photo sign has been posted. Please hold all tickets. In the photo number 6, IBC and you, the unofficial winner. Number 4, Something Elusive, second. Number 1, Deputies Dancer, third. Number 5, Fraser Landing, fourth. And completing the super high 5, the 2, Foot Soldier. 6, 4, 1, 5, and 2. Please note the stewards are going to review the stretch run of this 5th race. Hold all tickets. Stewards review has been completed. There will be no change. 6, 4, 1, 5, and 2. We can confirm there are no unique tickets on tonight's Jackpot Pick 5. The carryover to tomorrow is $134,517. In the winner's enclosure, the winner of race 5, number 6, IBC&U. He's owned by Robin Sheena Maben, trained by Rob Maben, assisted by Dimitri Tapouzis, winning rider Chris Mamdine. IBC&U, an 8-year-old gelding by Danza out of Q the Moon. Bred in Kentucky by the Spendthrift Farms. The result is official. And once again, the sound of the gong means another donation to Wild Hearts Thoroughbreds Retirement Society. Pick 5, you need 5 of 5, returns $497.10. Exactor was $57.85. 641 try, $195.70. Super high 5, $314.50. 20-cent super, $214.22. Rolling double, $51.70. Pick 3, $97.75. Pick 4, you need 4 of 4, $93.65. Final running time, 1:17 and 31/100ths. Once again, no winners on the unique jackpot. Pick 5, the carryover to tomorrow, $134,517. That'll wrap up our Friday card here at Hastings. Don't forget, live racing continues tomorrow. First race tomorrow will be 2:30, as well as our 6-race thoroughbred card. We do have the Wiener Dogs. Don't forget, our gaming floor is open, as well as our simulcast center until 10 p.m. Thank you for watching and wagering on Hastings Racecourse. Until tomorrow, good night.